Hey guys, welcome back to another AvP movie piece by Narin, and this time I'll be showing you guys Celtic. Uh, by far, the coolest looking biomask of all three Predators from the movie. Um, he was the second one to die, but had a really kick ass encounter with Grid, the alien that he eventually kind of tries to catch in the net, but in traditional predator kind of arrogance, he forgot that the blood of the alien would melt right through the net, and it left him open to be killed by Grid, basically. Which Grid is the nickname for that particular alien warrior. Um, what can I say about this piece? Sculpted back in 2007 by Narin. Sculpted as part of a three statue series, basically. Scar, and then Celtic, and then Chopper. Um, and sadly, Celtic's Celtic's sculpt is by far the most boring sculpt. The only thing that he has going for him is that he's ready to use his net gun that he uses in the movie. He kills a human with it. One of the Wayland Industries security guys, the right hand of Mr. Wayland himself. He kills him with the net, or he basically catches him in the net and then stabs him with a spear. That is only the only real thing that he has going for him. So yeah, by far out of the three, he is the most kind of boring one. But I do have to say that biomask really adds to the character. Unlike Scar, he does not have netting. I don't know if he had netting in the movie. I should check, but I do really prefer Predators without the netting, simply because it makes the painting process a lot easier. You're able to more precisely paint the skin, I would say. So that is definitely like a plus for the painting process, but don't know if that is movie accurate or not. He does have the shoulder cannon, the plasma caster, basically, which gives him at least some features, as well as the big backpack, and of course the trophy belt that runs all the way from the back to the front, or from the front to the back. He also, unlike Scar, has a trophy necklace, and the difference in the armor is basically that Scar has um, a, a a belly armor, basically running from the top of his chest all the way down to his waist, basically, and um, Celtic only has that in the back, basically. So that's a little bit of a difference in the armor. As far as the other armor pieces, they are pretty much the same design, and all the uniqueness basically comes from the biomask and the net gun mounted on his wrist device, basically. As for like features, I would say, as you can see that uh, he has his blades retracted. Basically, that is how Narin sculpted it in. So I wasn't able to kind of do anything with that, and I think it's fine that way. Not all predators should have extended blades. In my opinion, I think he looks alright with this. I can be blunt or I could be quick with this kind of video. He also does not come with a base, just like Scar. And I put him on a temporary base, also sculpted by Narin. Um, like I said with Scar, I might customize this base to kind of fit the scene a little bit better. All the three bases that I'm using right now for them all have like these hieroglyphs or this temple kind of structure sculpted into it, so it does kind of fit with what is going on in the movie. They're obviously inside a temple which has all of these things going on the walls and on the floor and on the ceiling. So it does kind of fit with the whole movie theme. And I am really leaning to maybe customizing this base and by adding a little bit of snow, maybe. Maybe do something with some ice effects if I can make that work. But I'm not sure yet. But like I said, they really need a base to kind of make the scene a little bit more interesting. He also comes with a unused throwing star, which I should kind of attach to his body at some point. I have not figured out where to put it yet, but maybe somewhere on the side or in the front. As for like the sculpt, it's a really sharp sculpt. It is in great condition. If you look at the dreadlocks, they're all in very good condition. His armor, don't have him fall off. His armor is sharp and crisp, as well as all of his body features, the bumps and stuff like that, and his muscle definition are great. I can remove his arms for now, which are temporarily held in place, but all of his muscle detail are there and should be very cool features to paint. I do like kind of like his armor. I do like the trophies that he has going on. It kind of gives him like some variation. So that should be interesting to paint as well. But yeah, like I said, he doesn't have a lot going for him concept wise. But I do think like I don't think anybody disagrees when I say that biomask design is just absolutely kick ass. He is definitely one of the cooler predators that we've seen in a movie so far. So yeah, Celtic really has the the biomass going for him, and then luckily he has the shoulder gun, and he's got the net gun attached to his wrist device. At least he's got that going for him. Like many have said, I've heard some people say that all three of these characters have more in common with the Hot Toys figures, because they are so kind of plain and simple. Because of the museum pose, they don't have a lot going for them. So the only real strength that these three statues have is when you display them next to one another, that kind of gives you a better picture. That kind of completes the look. So yeah, definitely with the addition of a custom base and having all three of them together would definitely make this a lot more interesting. Luckily, I was able to find all three of them. I can't remember which one I got second. The first one was Chopper that I got. He was by far the easiest to get. And I can't remember if it got Scar or Celtic first. But I think I definitely prefer them all together. And as separate pieces, I would definitely not have, would definitely not display them. So, I was definitely going for the three of them together. As for the origins of this piece, just like Scar, same story applies. For this piece, Narin got commissioned by, to me, an unknown party, probably a company or a studio, and it was up to them to kind of decide how to do the production and the distribution. So who sold this originally? I have no idea. I know only of one Japanese website that sells legit Narin kits. That is Roswell, Japan. So they might very well be the party that commissioned Narin to sculpt it for them. I also know that Narin used to make sculpts for a company called Monsters.jp. They no longer exist. They might have also be the commissioner. I have no idea. And Narin's recollection of that period of time is a little bit fuzzy as well. He does not remember who commissioned it, or maybe he just doesn't want to say. I don't want to speculate, but to me, the origins of this piece are practically unknown. So, for me, it's just a collection piece. It's another Narin Predator. So I'm I'm happy I owned all three of them together, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to kind of start the painting process on these three pieces. Which will be hopefully this week. I do plan to start tomorrow, which for you guys will probably be have already happened, but I will definitely upload the painting videos as well. But it should be a lot of fun to start these projects. Definitely should be interesting paint wise. Definitely should be interesting when it comes to creating a base and make the scene a little bit more rich, so that these statues really come to life basically, and kind of recreate some of that movie atmosphere basically. Like I said, I'm not negative about the sculpt. I rarely have anything negative to say about Narin's work. I just wish that the scene was a little bit more rich. Like I said, it's a little bit plain. It's a little bit boring. The museum pose is. I prefer an action pose. I prefer a story within the piece. Um, but I guess that is up to the person that commissioned Narin to make it for him, or for them, I should say, probably. So it's not Narin's fault. He just made an excellent piece, and I think that is basically all that I can say about this piece. Basically, um, like I said, I will do all three of them. So Chopper is next. Stay tuned for that video. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you like it. Sorry I couldn't tell you a little bit more about this piece, but yeah, he really has nothing going for him other than the biomask. And but still a very cool piece, and I think if you love the AvP movie and you love the design, you should really kind of try and find a chopper, a Celtic, and a scar. So wrap it up, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for chopper, and definitely, you know, if you're not subscribed already, subscribe to the channel, because the next couple of videos will be painting videos. I know a lot of you have been requesting those. It was just time-wise, it was hard for me to kind of start. I have been painting behind the scenes, but you know, a lot has been happening in the last year or so that kind of prevented me from really sitting down and focus on painting. But right now the situation is top notch and I'm back to painting. So stay tuned for those type of videos. Thank you, and I'll see you next video.